Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, PDAC 2024 here in Toronto. We have just attended the presentation of Discovery Silver, and now we are taking the opportunity to have some questions to Tony Makuch, the CEO of the company. Welcome, Tony, and thanks for a great presentation.
Well, thanks, and thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time to come and see us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bringing the nice weather to Toronto.
Yeah, we always try to, at least. Yeah, I'm a shareholder of the company, and I think you have one of the absolutely top-notch world-class projects that is outstanding. First question is, of course, which we get also from a lot of our viewers, how do you rate that, let's say, political statement, which was interpreted as, oh, there will be a ban on open pit mining in Mexico?
Well, I mean, you know, you hear that in a lot of different areas of the world as well. I think sometimes you got to take it with context of what they mean. There is an election happening in Mexico. There obviously must be some concerns about certain things in terms of what it does and the impact in certain areas. Yeah. I can tell you the project that we have has only positive impact, or positive in terms of what it will do with water. There's no acid generating potential. It's going to create a lot of value, bring a lot of prosperity to the region, a lot of prosperity for stakeholders, and create a long-term legacy or asset that's going to be growing in this region of Mexico. And we've also included in our costs and in our plans of progressive rehabilitation from start to finish. So we have 10% of what's in our capital costs already associated to closing the place as part of the plan. So, you know, there's always that, you know, we always have to earn our social license and get the acceptance in terms of what we do in building this mine. We go to high standard of engineering in terms of what we do. There's been, our people in Mexico have done a very exceptional good job in terms of how they treat people, creating this as a great workplace to one of the greatest workplaces, top 10 workplaces in the region of Mexico. We have local support both at the community level and in the city of Chihuahua and the state of Chihuahua. So, if you have a lot of support locally, then I would think federally we get the support too. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, you do really good things environmentally. Also, you're super responsible. I mean, a lot of jobs, that's also important, and taxes. And a lot of purchasing power. So the question would be, how is it now going with the permitting? What are the next steps? When do you think you might get a permit? Okay, so
if you go back on what we did with our permit, we actually had a draft copy of our permit prepared in April of last year. We spent about 2 or 3 months working with the local regulators in Chihuahua, going back and forth. It was a period of time when the mining regulations were being proposed. So we made sure we were in compliance with that. We submitted the application, MIA application, in August of last year, went through the legal review, got legal approval. So then we went through a technical review. We've got some responses in terms of, how would it respond and how to move forward. We're at that stage right now. The complication you have is you have an election coming. So, and if there was not an election coming, we could be actually very close to getting a permit by, sometime by before June. Problem is the election closes in June 2nd, and a new government takes over at the end of September or October 1st. So, we're progressing with the permit. We have a very good relationship working with the regulators with Semarnat down in Mexico. Our people in Mexico are on top of it. We've been talking. We got support in the state of Chihuahua. They're working with us in terms of what needs to be done in the state of Mexico and in the country to get the approval. So, so in a nutshell, the application's in. We've made modified. We're continuing to communicate, and we'll see where it goes. And the only complication is the current election.
Okay, right? Super. So that election will be, I think it's June, right?
The election will be in June, yes.
So, okay, then we are fine. The question is also then, are you financed until the project finance kicks in? Are you safe?
Yeah, so we currently sit with $55 million in the bank. We based on what we have for plans in 2024, we end the year with $24 million, and then we got work to do in next year in terms of working towards getting finance. So the idea is, yes, we are financed to to the point where we get financed. We don't intend to sit around for 3 years working to get financed, right? We think we'll be working towards this. We feel that we're going to work towards getting a permit sometimes in the fall and be financed right after that, and then start building the project.
Super. So 55 million in the bank. You want to stay then at 24. You said by the end of the year. So 21 million will be used this year. What would be the purpose of that, or let's say what would be the main things, and are those already workings which would really advance you to start production?
Well, yeah. So the main areas where we're spending money this year in our budget, part of it is securing land, the land to make the final payments and surface rights. So that's stuff in working with the IHIDO. We do have some work being carried out in terms of geological hydrogeology work for water, and try to identify that on site. But there's not a lot of on-site work at this point in time. We've completed the feasibility study. Our main priorities is to support the permitting process and get ourselves to permitting, and then move forward with detailed engineering and everything related to building the project.
Okay, perfect. Then good luck with that. We look forward that you really get those permits really fast, because I'm a shareholder too. So I look forward on that, and then we see how it goes.
Okay, well, thanks.
Super. Thank you very much, Tony. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tony Makuch, the CEO of Discovery Silver. You heard it. Things are really moving. There is an election in Mexico, so we have to go through that. And after that, I think also the permits should be there on the table here, but the company is moving forward. They're really progressing with the stuff, and very important, they have the money to do so. So let's see how it goes. All the best. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from PDAC 2024 from Toronto.